What's going on, everyone? I'm Heath.
And I'm Jay.
You're listening to Host of Horrors, show where we discuss and review horror films based off of predetermined themes of the month. Jay!
We finally get some real gay shit up in here.
Yeah, this movie is pretty gay.
The movie gets pretty gay, but... I don't... This movie is what I like to call a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And...
Not in a good way.
I don't know if it's in a good way or what, but, like, it was hella intriguing for them to, like, talk about what they talk about. So I'm ready to talk about it. Like, for our second movie of Pride Month, we're going to talk about 2019's Spiral.
Not the Chris Rock Spiral. No, this is the Shudder original 2019 Spiral.
A Shudder original.
Shudder. I'm gonna let you speak for a minute because I know how I feel about this movie.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, as I usually have trouble figuring out what I want to talk about.
Dude, my dog is getting in it. Yo, dude, itchy butt. Chill.
Why your booty so itchy? Speaking of, starting out, this movie went from like 0 to 100 real quick. Literally, from almost frame one, it tells you everything you need to know.
Essentially.
Like, it almost gives me Babadook vibes.
No.
No. Okay, but it's in a way where it's like the first few minutes of the movie kind of tells you, it sets you up. The Babadook kind of sets you up in
a sense where I can see it in a sense where, like, you have the main character with a tragic past and they show you a glimpse of that tragic past. I can see
really
that.
Quickly.
But the Babadook's a good movie.
Oh, that means you don't like this movie.
I hated this movie. Not like it's a gay horror movie, I hate it. No, the writing in this is shit.
I thought the writing in this was decent.
Literally,
and then the third act kind of just went all the way with it and confirmed all of everything that I was expecting.
But that's the thing, though. Like, it's okay. So nothing is a surprise. There is no shock to this movie. Like, literally any cliche that you can think of is in this movie. And one of my biggest issues is the not talking to your significant other when it would be some valuable shit to do. Literally, okay, you're done.
You're done.
Literally, everything would have been avoided. Everything would have been avoided if Malik would have just fucking talked to Aaron. Just from the get-go. Not trying to hide everything and take on the world by your little self. No, just talk to fucking Aaron, dude. Like, seriously. And then, I will get to this at the ending, but the ending pissed me off. I don't know why. It made me laugh, and then I got angry real quick.
You have a lot more emotions about this movie than I thought I would. But I think a lot of my thoughts about this movie comes from a perspective of the main character is a black queer man named Malik, of course. So he experienced like a hella tragic past, a hella tragic gay bashing of what I presume to be, like, of course, his like ex-boyfriend, I guess.
Yeah.
So basically, there's like a pair of glasses that is kept from that Malik has, and what else? I think he's suffering from PTSD or something because of it, because he's taking medicine. Or is it...
They never address what the medicine's for.
They never do.
Whatsoever.
The way
he starts getting like a ringing in his ear. Dude. Samantha. Okay, you're done. I don't know why your butt's itchy. Come here. Okay. You're going to be in the video.
You get a special appearance from our Pride Month mascot, Samantha.
Pride Month puppy.
Pride Month puppy.
But no, they never address what the medicine is for whatsoever. It's just he gets a ringing in his ear one day and then boom, starts taking medicine. There's no setup.
There isn't, and it is. This kind of assumes that he's already been taking it, but it doesn't really show any kind of like. There's no setup for him to have to take this, and you just kind of assume that is maybe basically like general anxiety medicine or something along those lines, because that's what I got out of it.
That's the problem with this movie is there's a lot of assumptions.
Yeah.
Nothing is spelled out for you, which is a good thing, but also there's nothing that's left to the interpretation in a good way. It's just shit happens for shit happening's sake.
Yeah, it's pretty paint your numbers if you think about it. And it just happens to feature gays in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this takes place in 1995.
1995.
And the way that you know, because me, there's a Sega Saturn in this, shown in this. And I'm like, you have to have money in order to get a Saturn in November of 1995. That thing cost almost $500. It costs money. That whoever had that was rich. Anyway,
I wouldn't say rich, but like upper class.
Enough to get your son a $400 system that barely had anything on it.
Yeah, well, the economy was pretty decent back in the 90s too. Upper middle class, you could afford that shit.
Say that to Sega. Anyway.
Dude, back to this movie, though.
This movie was... Okay, so there are parts that I liked about it. I did like the fact that the main character is a black queer person. What I didn't like about is about how this movie goes into the whole horror genre of... It's kind of like almost fuck around and find out in a way. Because when I was watching this, I was getting the Ring vibes.
No, I was getting Get Out, but for gays.
This is what I feel like the movie was basically portraying, is Get Out, but for gays. And also, like, the love interest of the main character isn't a complete piece of shit. Or isn't revealed to be a complete piece of shit. But...
I don't know. Malik was kind of being shitty to Aaron.
Well, I think he was being shitty to Aaron.
Just talk to Aaron. Just fucking talk to him.
Not gonna lie, I hate to say this, but I kind of understand what I kind of understand what Malik, his thought process of like...
So someone breaks into your house, writes some bigotry on your wall, and you don't say anything.
Oh no, that part's fucked up.
You literally see your neighbors doing some culty shit, and you don't talk to your significant other. You literally see Ghost. Okay, you literally see fucking Ghost, which is so stupid.
Okay,
the scares in this movie were really stupid. But you fucking see Ghost handing you physical videotapes, and on the videotapes is proof that your shit is real, and you don't fucking tell your significant other.
Yeah, it is weird that the ghost specifically was so weird because
came out of nowhere.
Just like everything else in this film came out of nowhere.
Like, it came out of absolutely nowhere. Like, and it has nothing to do with the cult. So it's just like, because Malik is next, so to speak, he can see the past victims. It's another cliche.
I not even gonna lie, I feel like the whole past cliche thing, part of me, I don't know, there's a lot of theories that I can extrapolate from this video, but I don't really feel like it. I don't feel like it. It feels like, yeah, there were a few interesting things that this film presents, but it feels like it gets undermined by, I don't know, the acting. Like, I like that. I don't know what undermines it. That's the thing.
It's the writing. No, because it's got a decent concept.
The concept was great. The
cinematography's decent. I wouldn't say it's like
It was
top notch, but it's pretty good. The acting was really good. All of them acted really well.
Oh, the acting was phenomenal.
Even fucking Home Dude from The Benchwarmers and Scary Movie.
Did you ever find out what his name is? Because I'm
not gonna try to pronounce it.
I do not know his name.
It starts with an L. I'm not gonna try and pronounce that.
Is one of those names?
It's one of those names.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna try. But you know which dude I'm talking about.
I'm gonna have to figure it out
He's
after
also
this.
Little Man. Remember Little Man? The Wayans Brothers movie?
That is a deep cut I was not expecting to unlock now.
He was in that. He was also in White Chicks.
He must have been besties with the Wayans family.
Yeah.
Because that's a...
That's why as soon as
scary
he came
movie.
on screen, I started laughing. I was like, oh, I'm not going to take this movie serious. He's the main bad guy? Oh, no.
I don't know if you took this movie serious from the get-go.
I did. There's so many things made me laugh because I'm just like, this is stupid.
Okay, what was the worst moment for me? I'll start with mine. Okay.
God bless you.
I don't know if it was God was blessing this family.
No. Satan was blessing that family.
That wasn't a blessing. So my favorite moment, the kind of sort of some that were there.
Wait, are we doing favorite moments or worst moments?
I'm starting out with my favorite moment and before getting to the worst moment. So my favorite moment was probably the very beginning of the movie, where you have the family, bonding in the car, and then all of a sudden, whatever the fuck comes out of nowhere,
which isn't explained,
hits the center of the windshield. The car stops. Everyone's all like, "What is going on?" And then I didn't even notice the spiral until he pointed it out. And it makes a spiral right in front of freaking Kayla. So this also kind of goes into like a few things about like family that I thought was interesting, because the dad, Aaron, he is basically it sounds like he's coming to terms with his queerness a long time ago after he had his daughter.
Yeah, well, it sounds like
caused the relationship to deteriorate or something.
Well, it sounds like he's been gay his entire life, because he, going from like what Malik and him talk about and like Malik and the daughter talk about, Malik and Aaron have known each other for quite a long time, quite a while. So I think he's been gay his entire life, obviously.
But he had to get a wife to be on the straight and narrow.
Well, yeah,
until he realized, I can't live like this.
Well, also, I feel like, late 80s, 90s era was a little more accepting than 70s, early 80s.
Possibly, but considering that this feels like it takes place like 13 or so years after that traumatic incident that Malik had, but I wonder how old they were, because it kind of plays off that they are like significantly old, not like elderly, but like very old, like in at least late 30s.
I would say
Malik,
just going off, because it was like 1983 when he had that. Mm-hmm. So he was, let's say 17, 18 is what he looked like in the car. Malik is probably late 20s. Aaron looks like he's probably late 30s, maybe 40.
Possibly. That I can see that. And this also kind of goes into like a lot of like slightly older gays going for younger gays, but that's kind of that's not really much of what's going on in this aspect. Who knows? But I can see that being the thing. It's like, oh yeah, I had my daughter, but now he's like fully, I guess, coming to terms with his queerness. Like, and his daughter is kind of like, it feels like the way that things explain is that him coming out to his wife and leaving his wife, I guess, is still relatively fresh-ish, or either that or the daughter or Kayla is kind of like not really over it. Like that's what it kind of comes off as.
Angsty teen.
Angsty teen, yeah, but
Which is bullshit because she's like all cool with Malik and shit, but then anytime Aaron comes around, oh, fuck you, dad. Like, come on, be nice to your dad. Your dad seems decent.
But I can also see why she's doing that, which kind of sucks, but is, I don't know. Because not even gonna lie, whenever the cult shit started happening, whenever faggots got wrote on the wall, I honestly thought it was Kayla. I was like, they daughter's a homophobe. They daughter's a bigot.
Nah, she was cool. She was cool with Malik. She just didn't like her dad.
I thought it was like an ulterior motive. My worst moment was when I was trying to remember the moment because I think I visibly said, "What the fuck?" I think it's the moment with the pictures. The moment, that was
stupid as hell.
That came out of no. Okay, I can kind of see the setup of that one, but it feels like, you know what I just realized? Do you think maybe because his meds got switched, which it didn't get explained, but do you think that may have been leading to being blanking out, having foggy memories? He did say something about foggy memories.
No, it was obviously Satan.
Obviously Satan. But I'm pretty sure it was that culty ass family that was trying to set him up because them being chosen.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, obviously. But he said, I think it was his memory is foggy, so I think he got roofied by an old boy that. No, dead ass. I think
the third person.
What the?
There had to be a third person. So, you see these pictures, and Malik's with his young kid or whatever, so it looks like he's cheating on Aaron, and Aaron's like, fuck you, get out of my house.
No, I think it's that same...
No, but that's the thing, though. It's it makes it look like those two were having an affair. But obviously, someone else is holding that Polaroid camera.
Oh, no.
And taking the pictures. So, me, if I was Aaron, I'd be like, who the fuck's the third person?
Who third? No. I feel like that part got explained at the very beginning when Kayla.
So Kayla was taking pictures.
No. Kayla took her little quote unquote selfie with the Polaroid, which I feel kind of led to that idea being put in place that kid
hands aren't in the picture. Their hands are.
I didn't see any hands in there.
Yeah,
there was only one where
his hands is all over Malik, and Malik's doing this to him. Their hands are in the photo. So who the fuck is the third person?
It could have been posed while he was passed the fuck out. Also,
but that doesn't answer my fucking question.
It doesn't. I don't think there was. I feel like there wasn't a third person. I think the third person was the desk.
Really? So the third person was the desk.
Okay, I really don't believe that, but it does. It's that thing comes out of nowhere, but I can see where they set it up poorly though. But it was set up in a way where it's you can. That piece can lead to that piece, and that piece can lead to that piece. Some of the time. Other times it doesn't work. Like with the pills. The pills only really come into play maybe twice, and that's really after he gets kicked out. Malik gets kicked out.
Yeah, because he gets a headache and he takes the medicine damn near halfway through the film. And then towards the end of the film, after he gets kicked out and everything, he gets another headache. So you only get the medicine twice. One time before the payoff.
And another thing that I hate is him talking everything to Liam's boyfriend.
His ex-boyfriend.
His ex-boyfriend. And I'm like, the way that the film makes it seem the way it frames Malik. It frames Malik as still talking to the person that almost got beat up so long ago.
No, he did. It's what I can see is okay. What I see, especially going off of Aaron's face when he told him, just ask Liam. Aaron's looking at him like, "Are you serious right now?" I think Liam died.
That's what it really feels like.
Liam was the kid that Malik was with.
Whenever he got gay bashed, yeah,
he got jumped, and I'm almost certain Liam's dead, and that was Liam.
And you know what's also weird? I just want to know, like, what part of the country? I guess it's because, like, in my head, I'm like, racism still exists, so therefore you think that they would get both of them. Because they look like they're not only some gay bashers, but they look like racist too.
Yeah,
like racist
I'm
rednecks.
not gonna lie. I'm glad confused. You brought it up. I was thinking the same damn thing. Especially, I was looking at Homeboy with the trucker hat and the big beard. I was like, oh, now he's beating the shit out of Malik. He ain't leaving until Malik gets an ass.
So that's why I was like, But I guess the faint sight of police sirens were the only things that stopped them. Because
there's police sirens? I didn't even hear
not the police sirens, the lights. There was like some very, very faint red and yellow lights in that last part of the scene. Oh my God, I don't know why that's distracting me, but it is. Whatever it is in this world over here that you can't see is distracting me. It's pretty and shiny, which goes to show my personality. But I know I need to stop. But yeah, no, that part confused me. I'm like, there's only one person that got beat up. So I was like, what did Liam do? How does Liam know these people? Or why did they target Liam of all people? They drug him out and all of that. I'm like, what? So I'm kind of like, what did Liam do? Or whoever that motherfucker is that got killed. That either got killed or got beat up heavily.
It's totes Liam.
It gotta be. And
even though they don't set it up very well, like they could have, I don't know, given some sort of payoff. But I do kind of appreciate they kind of left it a little ambiguous, just going off of Aaron's face. But still,
I do like that it's ambiguous, but at the same time, it's just it makes you wonder. Well, obviously there was someone on the other line, but who the fuck was that? Because who the fuck was it?
And that's another thing I don't like is they paint Malik to be already crazy. Like, towards the end of the film, you don't know if they're going to end it with... It almost plays out kind of like Lord of the Rings 3, Return of the King, where it's got like several endings. It almost plays out like that. Because at first, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to end it right here. Because they fade to black. Like, they cut to black like 5 times before the actual end of the film. But like one of the cut to blacks is, Malik shoots fucking white chicks dude, scary movie dude, and he's dead. He dies, and Aaron's all
What's
I can't.
Wait, what? No, I meant the character name. What was the character name?
Marshall. His name Marshall.
Oh, the Marshall, and what was his wife's name?
Tiffany.
Marshall and Tiffany.
Marshall, Tiffany, and Tyler, the whitest fucking names ever. And that's Nebraska white.
And now let me tell you about this this freaky shit with this like
hang on.
I'm talking about with like Kayla, like Kayla and like Tyler, this other woman and all of this. That was dumb and weird. Teenager AF.
Yes, but they play it out. So back to what I was trying to say is they play it out like Malik is crazy.
They do, yeah.
And I thought they were going to end it there, which would have pissed me off. But then they have another ending. And then they have another ending after that ending. And then it just keeps going and going and going.
Not even gonna lie, it does feel like there are multiple times where they could have stopped. Yes. And I would have been like, this sucks, but okay. But the weird absolute dream sequence. Ooh, bitch. You know what? Let me go on another non sequitur. I don't hate how nosy Aaron is, but because
Aaron wasn't nosy.
But not Aaron. Fuck. See, I keep on confusing the two. Aaron's a white man. Malik, there's no way that you can be this nosy and fail so much. I'm sorry. Like, though you did ultimately you did achieve the goal. You didn't finish that very like homophobic ass book that you were trying to ghostwrite, but like it was the fact that you what made you want to go to that house, and what it just like that all of that in
Oh my
that's
God.
what that and that's what reminded me of The Ring. All of that investigative ass
Oh, you just reminded me of
journaling,
something.
all the investigations that he felt the need to do, and looking, and I feel like it also went into like a whole race thing too, because of course he's also like maybe the only black person or person of color in this whole area that is very, very fucking white too. So put that in mind.
You just reminded me of something.
Oh,
I'm gonna get this off my chest right here, right now, because this was possibly you were doing your favorite part, your least favorite part. I
Yeah.
have two least favorite parts. I don't even have.
Oh,
a
I'm
favorite
sorry.
part.
I totally just
So-
like went off of that. I am
Yeah,
so
well,
sorry.
I'm used to your rants.
True. True.
But so anyway, actually, I have three least favorite parts. One.
Okay.
One is I hate it when a movie thinks that it needs to tell you how to feel based off the music. You don't know how to no, think about it. This movie, you don't know how to feel? Just listen to the music. Oh, you don't know when to be scared? Just listen to the music. Oh, is there something weird outside, but you just can't see it because it's shadowy? Well, just listen to the music. You'll know if something's there. Or
That
not.
was very. You know
I
what?
hated that
I didn't
so
even think
much.
about that.
Yeah,
That
no.
was like adds on to the paint by numbers thing.
It fucking pissed me off because literally there's like a scene where Malik is just standing there, and then all of a sudden the music starts swelling up. And then the camera pans past him. You look out the window and you're like, ooh, I guess it's supposed to be ominous in here. Don't do that. Ever. If you want an audience member to feel something, allow them to feel that. Don't force it upon them. That's bad filmmaking. Bad filmmaking. Number 2 on my dislikes. Oh, actually, I think I have several.
Top 3. You already said 1.
Okay, top 3. This is my second one. This one made me so mad. So there's an old man who initially seems like the homophobic racist.
Oh yeah.
And he gets caught sneaking around the house late at night, and Malik's like, "What the fuck you doing in my house?" And he's like, "I'm so sorry. Look, you need to get the fuck out of here. Take some paper." And he leaves. And Malik's like, "Well, what the fuck? There's
tell
nothing."
anyone.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. There's
Don't
nothing written on the paper.
tell
There's nothing
anyone.
whatsoever. And so the next day, old man turns up, wakes up dead. How do you wake up dead? Asks the old man. And Malik's like, okay, well, I need to figure out what's on this piece of paper. I need to figure out what the fuck's on this piece of paper. And he can't figure it out, so he takes a shower. Well, no, before then, he tries looking at it through the light. He tries the little, like, pencil trick. He tries everything he can to figure out what the fuck's on this piece of paper.
He was trying to MacGyver that shit.
Yeah, ain't nothing on this piece of paper. What does he do? He goes to take a shower. And while in the shower, he goes, huh, guess I'll try water. And he pours water on it. Guess what? That works. Fucking invisible ink, just like National Treasure. He lemons that shit. He fucking National Treasure lemons that shit. Invisible ink. You ripped off of a movie that wasn't even trying to take... That movie, the Nicolas Cage movie, wasn't trying to take itself serious. And then you're going to take it seriously in this serious movie? No. You ripped off a bad Disney movie. And I like that bad Disney movie. No. I hated that part so much. So fucking much. But not as much as this part. This is my third and final. I hate this part. Towards the end of the film, little dude. What is his name? Marshall. I'm just gonna call him Marshall because I'm not gonna try and pronounce his first name. Marshall. Marshall is revealed and he's like, yeah, I've been living for hundreds and thousands of years or whatever the fuck. And every 10 years they have to sacrifice a couple and their daughter. essentially. Like, and they use fear to make it to where it's not noticed that they did it. So around this time, no one gives a shit what happened to the gays, so they're using the gays at this point in time. Probably, a couple in the 20s or 30s, they were using black people because nobody gave a shit what happened to black people back then. So what pissed me off
was different from then than it is from now.
Yes, but what pissed me off is in 2000. So this movie takes place in 1995. So Malik,
the murders,
Malik and Aaron.
The murders that were found out took place in 1985.
Yeah. But Malik and Aaron, they're done. They got murdered. The daughter got literally concaved.
Oh my god. That the only part that fucked me up. Only part.
Skip to 2005, and there's a new family moving in, and this new family is Middle Eastern, Arabic. You just got done using doing a speech about how you're just going to use human fear and what people fear and use them as your victims. And in 2005, you as a filmmaker decide, yep, we're going to use Arabic people. I hate that so much. I really do, because honestly, you still could have used black people, you still could have used gay people. Like, the fact that you had to make them Arabic in 2005 makes you look like a bad person.
It's
see what I mean?
Choose a marginalized group that we're gonna sacrifice.
Well, no, but
we got lesbians, we got the gays, and a racial gay couple.
No, do you see what I mean, though?
And now we're going for the Middle Easterns, and you know what? They're not gonna care because of Islamophobia, and you don't even know if they're Muslim. They're just Middle Eastern,
and it's too on the nose. That's the problem. That's the biggest fucking problem. Is it's just like the dude's literally wearing. I don't want to be disrespectful, but the headpiece.
It was a turban. That was a turban.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to be disrespectful, so I don't know anything about that culture. They made it super fucking obvious.
Yeah.
And it's 2005, so it's like, yeah, we get what you're trying to do here. We get it. It's pretty on the fucking nose. I hate that so much. Like, that was probably more racist than half the shit that was going on in this movie. And there was some racist shit going on in this movie.
Yeah.
A filmmaking choice was more racist than how you were portraying your racist characters.
Not only racism, but the thing about it is, like, they're not only racist and homophobic, but just also just, I don't know. It's just like, it kind of, who the fuck are their followers? That's what I really want.
The neighborhood. Know. It's the whole neighborhood. It's like the neighborhood watch.
You mean to tell me that the whole HOA decided to basically, like, come here in the 1880s or some shit, or early 1900s, being like, oh, we're gonna settle here, and we're gonna keep this neighborhood as straight and narrow and white as possible, and yeah, we're going to eat people, we're going to murder people, to eat their flesh, and to keep our blood alive.
That
whole thing.
That is a good question.
That also came out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, they're cannibals? What are they? Are they like the devil in family form?
No.
It doesn't make sense what they are for Tyler to literally fuck his way into cannibalism.
Well,
he made it special, all right.
What I don't get is, so it looks like only that family, Marshall, Tiffany, and Tyler, it looks like they're the only ones that don't age.
Looks like they're the ringleaders.
No, I get, but like
of this whole thing too.
No, I get that, but it looks like they're the only ones that don't age. why the fuck is everyone else following them? What did they get in it?
Maybe they were already there.
What did they get out of it?
Who knows? You know what? Was that, no, that one kid was also, that one dude was also part of the family, wasn't it? But they only show him like a handful of times. That part made no sense to me either.
That one dude doesn't make sense.
That one dude like that was basically trying to frame Malik.
Yeah.
And you know, as a cheater and all of that. That was weird. And then they only used him a handful of other times, and I'm like, where the hell is he whenever it's revealed that, you know, his brother or whoever is fucking, you know, is the person that they don't know, but we know is like, you know, trying to fuck Kayla. And you're just like, what? And does he, it makes me wonder, like, does he like age or anything? Does he follow the same shit? Like,
that's what I'm
there's
saying.
a lot
like,
of confusing parts.
I would like to know if the whole cult doesn't age, because it doesn't look like that. It just looks like just those two, that family doesn't age.
And it's like, are y'all trying to be painted off as like vampires or something? Like, I just want to know what cult, like, what keeps y'all from aging.
It's Satan.
That's what I really want to know.
No, they remember the book they did the generic Satan drawn where he looks like a goat and shit. Generic Hollywood Satan.
Oh, you talking about especially that one scene where Malik was about to shoot whatever the fuck was in the mirror, was in the window?
No, I'm just talking about when he was going through the book.
True.
When he went through the book, that book looked really satanic.
That part was like...
I mean, it looked like basic satanic, like you would buy that shit at like a crystal shop, but still satanic.
Paint by numbers. You know...
ABCs of satanic.
But you know... I'm going to give this movie one thing, though. Is that despite the fact that this was a flawed relationship, it kind of shows the normalization of, like, queer folks, especially if they're, like, a little bit older, especially in a time where you just kind of like, now, you know, doggone well, that the AIDS epidemic was there. And they did talk about that a little bit whenever Kayla beats up old girl. For, you know, talking about, oh, they're gonna give my boyfriend AIDS kind of shit. So I'm like, I'm here for that, and for the whole, of course, people, you know, who think that people can't love each other are assholes. I'm like, okay, this is 2019 of you.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the fact that they didn't stereotype Malik or Aaron, and
they feel like they weren't trying to. And
yeah, no,
they
and I like
talked
that.
about that.
Like, and I hate movies that do that. Like, the most recent was Halloween Kills.
Oh my
did
God.
It Chapter 2, I believe it was, did it really bad. Hollywood just has a really bad habit of stereotyping gayness, and you don't have to do that. Just make a character who happens to be gay.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to make a gay character. Just write a character who's gay.
And that's the part is what I give it. And they weren't afraid to show off that queerness in the film. And I really do like that. I really do like the fact that they were able to show, I'm not going to say explicit gayness, but you don't really get a chance to see like a gay love scene in general. So in a horror movie, I'm kind of okay with that. Whenever you are in a genre that's kind of filled with like tits and ass, maybe a little dick being shown, it's good to show a little bit of, you know, sensual, more emotional kind of lovemaking, or, you know, intimate scenes, and shows those like little more minute forms of intimacy in horror instead of like the overt sexual nature of it, especially if it just doesn't really make much sense. Unlike a movie I watched recently that talks about sexuality in a very horror, like in a way that I was like, okay. And then they proved me wrong. Thank you, Ty West. Thank you. So,
what would you rate this? Final thoughts on what would you rate it? I think we've been dragging this out long enough.
Yeah, we have. Way longer than we should have. I don't know. I kind of give this film maybe... I'm gonna give it a 2.5, but the 2.5 is for the queerness, and only for the queerness.
Okay. I'm giving this 1.5, mainly because I wasn't entertained. Like, Evil Bong technically is a worst movie, but at least I had fun watching that. But 1.5 mainly because the writing is everything about this movie is basically terrible, except for the fact that they didn't stereotype the main characters, and the initial concept is good.
And the acting itself isn't bad either.
The acting, the directing, and the cinematography, all that's
like
pretty
those
good.
elements are good. I feel like
it's just the final product is shit.
It does make me wonder where these actors are now. That it leaves me wanting to know where they are at now. That's kind of the extent of it.
Well, let's see here. Malik was in Dirty Grandpa, Grave Encounters 2, and Falling in Love. So he's not doing well.
Or he has a very, very unlucky agent, or he just said, fuck the entertainment industry, which either is valid.
Ari Conan is doing a little bit better. He was in It Chapter 2, Molly's Game, Maps to the Stars, and My Babysitter's a Vampire. Not much better, but, a little better.
Well, wait, I'm assuming the recent It movies, right?
Correct.
What did he play?
I don't know. Not looking
wait,
all
Ari
that
Conan.
Up. Ari Conan.
He's Aaron?
That was Aaron, yeah.
Huh.
The daughter was in that shitty Freaky Friday remake.
Oh, no.
Like the most recent one.
Wait, was she the lead?
You're going to make me look that up, aren't you?
Yes, I am going to make you look that up. If she is...
No, she wasn't.
How far...
She was the friend, Monica.
Oh.
None of these actors are doing well.
So, obviously, this movie did nothing for their careers whatsoever. And this movie... It had a possibility to be decent.
It did.
But it's not a flaming piece of trash.
Those are his words.
In my words, not a flaming piece of trash. That's what's going on in the Letterboxd.
Unless you want to watch gay horror, would not recommend. Honestly, that would be the only reason I would watch this, is only because I'm doing something like this.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I feel like I wouldn't... No, I'm not even gonna lie. Would I watch this again? Fuck no. Am I kind of happy that I did get to watch this? Yes.
I will agree with that. I am
happy
happy to know this exists and that I did check it out.
And it's a Shudder original, so there's some kind of an audience for it.
Yeah.
So that's my final take.
Yeah. So that has been our review of Spiral 2019.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't really as excited about this as I wanted to be, because I was like, okay, because we both went in blind, and I'm like, okay, like I said, it had interesting elements, and then just kind of like one by one, just kind of chipped away.
Yeah, it's like a Jenga of an experience.
It is.
Like
Jenga.
We had this leaning tower of just it could be good, it could be okay, and then all of a sudden the writers and the filmmakers were just like, one block, two blocks.
So this is a movie that exists.
It is a movie that does indeed exist.
So what are we gonna watch next?
Next week, join us as we are checking out 2004's Hellbent, the film known solely as the gay slasher. It's the gay slasher movie.
Great, so we got a gay cult movie. We got a movie that's gay by proxy. Mm-hmm. Now we got a gay slasher. Yeah. What's next?
Gay vampires.
You would have thought gay vampires would have been the first thing that pops into mind when think queerness. That's just me. And I think vampires are inherently gay. I'm trying to end the month out in a
bang, man.
I mean, shit.
End the month with a bang.
I'm okay with gay vampires. Like, at least they'll give me something to look forward to in this Pride Month.
So yes, join us next week as we will be watching Hellbent. Until then, check out our other episodes. Hit that like button, that bell notification, subscribe. Check us out on all our podcast English podcast platforms.
I'm not cutting that out. I'm gonna let you know right now.
I'm gonna cut you out and let you know right now.
Also, follow us on all of our social medias, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Give me a reason to keep going. Oh, and Letterboxd, because Heath's the only one that runs that.
I like the Letterboxd. Letterboxd is cool. That's like the only social media that matters.
You know what? You're right. Letterboxd is the only one that matters in my heart, because TikTok has done nothing but let me down.
Ooh. What but piggy dipping? Piggy dipping in the piggy pond.
TikTok has done nothing but let me down. Twitter is right there along with it. Facebook is Facebook.
I use Facebook for birthdays.
Bitch, me too.
I shit you not. I can't even tell you the last time I got on Facebook.
Not even gonna lie. My sister's gonna hate me for this, but at the time of this recording, it's my sister's birthday.
Woo!
And I had to remember, because I got so many people that I know who's born around this time. I had to remember if her birthday was on the 6th or the 9th.
You don't remember your sister's birthday?
I know, I do now. I just needed a quick reminder because it's been a year.
Wow.
I know, that's so
It's the
bad.
same time every year, Jay.
It's the same time every year. But this year's also been very wild, and my brain has been foggy, as Malik says.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
long-winded outro, but there it is. Until next time, I've been Heath.
And I've been Jay.
You've been listening to
Host of Horrors. See ya.
Bye.